to this final topic of the day, man. Something that Marvel has not been to Comic-Con since 2019.
Yeah, 3 years.
That's when we got the announcement of Thor 4 with Natalie Portman going to be the mighty Thor with Mjolnir. And so now in 2022, that's 3 years from now. Yeah, they're going to be back. And it is just so much speculation, Elliot, about what is going down, what is going to be announced. And we got some leaks. I saw your short the other day, and you briefly went over this, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna cover this on Sunday as well, going over all of these topics, rumor by rumor, to speculate and just have a good time on what could possibly be announced next Saturday at Hall H at Comic-Con. And I'm excited, man. Some of these, I think these are a dead given. Some of these are absolutely not. But let's get into it, guys. For the final topic of the day, I got this on a Reddit post. It says Marvel Studios spoilers. And again, these are just spoilers, and we're going to have fun with this right here. It's not just San Diego Comic-Con, it's D22, D23 as well. And so welcome back to another special edition of Tales from the Mod Q. Today we have information to share with regards to San Diego Comic-Con and the future of the MCU. As always, take with a grain of salt. Now, Elliot, we got this first one right here. Or first two. Let's just look at these first two. It don't really matter.
Yeah.
But Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds 3 will be in attendance to announce the next Deadpool movie, which is entitled Deadpool 3. Director Sean Levy will send in a video. Also, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Ryan Coogler. They're going to be promoting Wakanda Forever.
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious that they're going to be covering Wakanda Forever. Now, it's not I'm pretty sure we're going to get a trailer, but we may not. I'll be shocked if we don't.
Yeah.
But we definitely are. They're definitely going to promote the film, and they're definitely, I think not as strong, definite, but I'm confident that they're going to be talking about Deadpool 3. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. The first two things, I'm obviously more confident, and I'm almost 100% confident that Black Panther 2 will have an appearance and a presence at Comic-Con. Trailer, teaser, full cast, as far as who's going to be in the film and all that stuff. I feel like that's definitely a guarantee. As far as Deadpool, I'm like 75% confident that there will be some Deadpool something presence at Comic-Con, because even going back to 2016's Deadpool and the whole leaks of that was around Comic-Con, and he has a very strong presence of Comic-Con, more so than I think a D23, being more investors, kid-friendly environment, the Disney animated shows and movies. So I don't feel Deadpool announcement will be present during that. I believe it's in September is D23, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like Comic-Con and Deadpool go hand in hand. And wouldn't it be great to start off the festivities of Marvel at 5 p.m. Or whatever it is, Pacific time, having Ryan Reynolds come out. Exactly. And even more dope to me would have, if he is in the movie, we'll see, have Hugh Jackman be the moderator for the Deadpool 3. Him and Ryan Reynolds going back and forth, leaving the speculation, like, is Logan going to come into it? Just maybe a cameo, or maybe Hugh Jackman, the actor, making a cameo in the film. Nice. I think that would be great. But I do feel like, again, 99% sure that Black Panther 2 will be there. And again, teaser, trailer, cast, full cast announcement. And I'm about 75, and even saying it now, maybe 80% confident that Deadpool 3 will have some type of something being present next Saturday.
Okay, so we in the 70s with Deadpool. And with Black Panther, we for darn certain.
Pretty close to 100.
Pretty close. Okay. I can dig it. Before we move on, just want to get this other super chat real quick from a Pound of Payment for the $5. Keep up the good work, y'all. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate that Pound of Payment. I really, really do. I really, really do. All right, so let's go on to the next little section right here. See what we got next. We got Secret Invasion and Blade, and also the Marvels. Let me scroll down here just a little bit more. Okay, so Secret Invasion, no one will be in attendance for Secret Invasion, but they will reveal the main cast and share some footage. Blade, Mahershala Ali, Kit Harington, Aaron Pierre, and all these other people will be in attendance for some news. One big piece of news is that Anthony Starr will play Dracula. And also the Marvels, Brie, Eman, and Tayana will be there and show their footage. So the Marvels. Now, I am confident in all three of these as well, Elliot. especially Blade. I mean, this was announced at the last Comic-Con, so I think it's pretty darn certain that it will be announced at this Comic-Con as well. I'm definitely not going to be getting a trailer, because it hasn't started filming yet, to my knowledge.
Yeah,
but I know I'm still behind on the boys, but I know you are a diehard fan of this guy right here, Anthony Starr as Dracula.
Homelander.
I think a lot of people are very, very excited about that, so we can definitely speculate.
Man.
I'm still skeptical on Secret Invasion because it's such a large story, but you're telling us on a Disney Plus show, and especially with the way that what's it called, the Miss Marvel ended. I definitely think that we're going to get a lot of coverage on this as well. Just because one, it's the next franchise in the series for all three characters combining into one. Two, you want to cater to women as well. They are a large group that can help the company make money. And then again, for inclusion, you got a white woman, a brown woman, and a black woman. You're looking at all that, and so you're trying to get as many dollars as possible. But when you look at all three of these, tell me which ones you think are true. You can give a over under your percentage, and also which one you're more excited about as well.
Secret Invasion, I don't feel too confident to be. Again, I think there might be like a graphic of like, again, it's coming and the cast. That might be some validity there, but I don't feel like there will be any footage. So I think that's more of a. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, B, but D23 is more of the Disney Plus content announcements, and Comic-Con is more of the film. I mean, I know they have shows like House of Dragons is going to have a panel. There's going to be other shows that are going to be present during Comic-Con, but Disney Plus content is going to be reserved for Disney Plus only events, which would be D23. So I see D23 being more of the Disney Plus shows,
that makes sense,
being more handled there versus Comic-Con. So I don't know if Secret Invasion will have any presence besides, again, maybe showing up the cast and who's all in there. So that one, if they do something, fine. If they don't, I'm more confident in D23 giving us more information. Blade, I think you said it perfectly, Brandon. The last time we've heard anything Blade, as far as seeing Mahershala Ali on screen or on stage, was the last time they were there. So I feel like that would be perfect kind of, full circle moment to bring them. And I don't know if that's, since you had him at the end, do you bring him out at the beginning? Do you bring him out close to the beginning? Or do you have him at the end again, being like, we ended it with this announcement. Let's go ahead and give you some more. So I definitely think Blade will have a presence. Bring out Mahershala Ali, show him that he's still, he's still Blade. Because I know there was rumors for a while. They're going to maybe not, nah, he's their Blade, regardless of the age. He is Blade. Bring out, like you say, Aaron Pierre. Bring out Kent Harington, which would be great because last time we saw him was Internals. Bring out the director. Again, they haven't shot anything, but maybe some concept art, some, some draw, some mock-ups. And if they, listen, B, I know you don't watch The Boys, but if they bring out Anthony Starr, and Dracula or not, just a villain, it will tear the house down, because obviously The Boys just ended a couple weeks ago. He is, and I'm not speaking hyperbole, B, he is the best villain on TV. Not even close. There's no one even close to him as far as what Homelander brings to The Boys. Go ahead.
Hold on.
What we got?
The best villain on TV?
Without question.
Ever?
No. I'm saying currently on TV. Not
all
the time. But I mean, if he's in that top 10 of all time as far as villains go.
Because I was gonna bring up Game of Thrones.
Cersei and all of them. Yeah, they're definitely up there. But
okay.
He's in that top 10 of all time. But as far as currently on TV, there's no one coming close to Homelander at all. And then when you see the show, you know what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Man, and if he can bring any ounce of Homelander to Dracula, I'm telling you right now, you're looking at probably one of the best villains of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that would be that would tear the house down if they announced that. So I hope that is the case. If Anthony,
I like it. They feeling you in the chat too. Yeah, Elliot is speaking facts.
Yes,
facts.
When you see B Homeland, when you see The Boys, you like, bruh, this dude is something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm excited, man. I hope that pops up into fruition right there. And so Anthony Starr as Dracula, that would be dope. Now let's move on to this one, man. We're gonna focus on this one by itself. World War Hulk. World War Hulk was originally going to be a movie. It is now being turned into a 4-part series for Disney Plus. they may have a small theatrical release that could possibly be the big Avengers event before Secret Wars with many big characters. Now, Elliot, we all know that the Hulk film rights or distribution
so the
rights,
Hulk in
excuse me,
general. Yeah.
are owned by Universal, so they really can't make
right.
a Hulk movie. We've both expressed our disappointment, with the way they handle the Hulk. Even in my ranking video that I just made, I mentioned that in the game, I don't even think Hulk threw one punch in the final battle. I mean, maybe he threw one or two, but it was ridiculous.
He threw a bench. He threw a bench when Black Widow died.
That's right.
That was the most violence he had in the film.
So they do need to do something with the Hulk. We do need to see a Hulk that gets, stronger the angry he gets. I agree. We need to see a Savage Hulk, a World War Hulk, a Planet Hulk. I want to see it all. However, Elliot, I do not believe this one bit.
Me neither.
I would actually be upset if they did this. I know, like this would not even, if the next Hulk focused property was a World War Hulk, it would not make any sense as far as story. It like, what are you doing? You are wasting it. Like, there is no build up to this. There has to be a reason for it to be a World War. I don't want you to try to adapt it. Like, okay, let's just use what we have and make the best story possible. No, just don't do it. You have a whole encyclopedia of other characters that you can fully develop and flesh out on screen that you have full rights over. I know you may not. I know Universal may not, want to ever give you the rights back, and you're like, well, hey, we got to do something because we're never gonna get it. Right. Well, still, I mean, even if that's the case, hold out even more, because maybe 5 years from now they'll work with you. But a 4-part series on Disney Plus, I think, would be a horrible idea. Hulk is top 5 top comic book characters of all time ever. And if you're just going to waste that on a Disney Plus show, even if they're talking about 4-part series, even if that's 4 seasons, I still think that's a waste. I still think that's a lot of money left on the table that you're going to miss out on. There has to be a reason for there to be a World War. We need another 2 or 3 solo Hulk movies before we even get there. I can keep going. But how do you feel about this, man? Do you think there's any validity to this at all, or none whatsoever?
I hate to say it, man, because we always praise the Russo brothers. But what the Russo brothers did to the Hulk is devastating. They were the one that nuked him, believe it or not. It was Taika. That was the last time we saw Savage Hulk was in Ragnarok. He was jokey and all that stuff, but when it came to business, he was fighting the wolf on the bridge and wanted to fight Surtur and all that. He was ready to go. But then unfortunately he got them hands put on him by Thanos, and he ain't been the same since. Unfortunately, and they became a joke. And he's Professor Hulk. The only way. And this is where my theory comes in. I'm putting a theory hat on here, ladies and gentlemen. The only way you can bring back Savage Hulk is if in She-Hulk they show that he's training his cousin Jennifer Walters, and we know in the comics there's a blood transfusion. She gets to an accident, she needs blood, and maybe there is some type of complications in that transfusion. He reverts back to Hulk. He's not Professor Hulk anymore. He's back to his savage nature. We know Abomination is going to be involved. We know that the Thunderbolts are something that's coming into play. And wouldn't that be their first task, is to bring the Hulk back in after whatever these ramifications are? So there might be something to be said about She-Hulk planting the seeds for getting us back to Savage Hulk because of whatever this blood transfusion. They're creating attorneys for superheroes and all that stuff. So there could be something to be said about giving us that Hulk back, because I don't want any more Professor Hulk. I'm done with that version. I don't want him. Get him out of here. So we'll see. And if that is the case, then we can maybe roundabout way back to the Hulk and World War Z. We got to send them off to another planet. We have to build the MCU 616 Illuminati. What are we going to do with the Hulk? We got to get him out of here, and they send him to the planet and all that stuff. So there could be they can savage it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Right. I agree with you 100%. That I actually want that to happen in She-Hulk. That because he's giving his blood to her, that it messes something up in him and he loses control, and and that's what sends him off on this rampage. And we get a couple of 2 or 3 films where he's losing his mind and we just can't control him anymore. Right. We got, like you said, we got to get him out of here. As I'm pretty sure you've seen the 2005, the Ultimate Avengers animated movie.
Bits of it. I haven't completed it though.
So at the very end, where the Avengers are fighting the Shatari, they defeat the Shatari, and Hulk is just smashing all the aliens. He kicking everybody's ass, but he kills the last one. He still want to smash. He turns on the Avengers, and I'm sure that's happened in the comics too. And he just starts fighting the Avengers or whatever. And he just wipes them out one by one. That stuff needs to happen before we get a World War Hulk. We still haven't seen. I mean, he needs to fight the Abomination again. He needs to fight the leader. That from the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie. Yep. And so yeah, I think this World War Hulk thing would be horrible. No. So yeah. All right. Let's move on to the last parts right here. I'm pretty think most of these are obvious to me. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 cast will be in attendance. It's gonna show some footage. I think that's the case. Ant-Man 3, we'll see some footage and everybody will show up. The Daredevil, I do think Charlie Cox will show up as well. You know, it was just announced. I mean, that was announced in Spider-Man. They just announced that he's going to be returning for Echo and Kingpin as well. Wonder Man announced with Henry Golding as Simon Williams. Interesting detail that is Evans Peters is returning as Ralph Boner, but may have a new name, will likely be a side character in the show. I have no idea. I know that there was a Wonder Man announcement a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, but you can tell me that. And this last thing, I didn't even read this part. The big reveal at the end will be like the announcement for Blade in 2019. It will just be some titles and their associated stars. Feige will announce a mutant-centered film with Giancarlo Esposito as Charles Xavier. Oh, okay, I did hear this. And Glenn Powell as Scott Summers. And also, Elliot, we're gonna throw into the mix, man, Fantastic Four. You think we're gonna get some casting or a director? How do you feel about all this, man? From top to bottom, man. On what could possibly pop up.
Yeah, Guardians, very similar to Black Panther. I think it's gonna have a presence. They're gonna have some footage. They've already wrapped up the film. We have the Christmas special, which I think they're gonna probably maybe give a little bit of insight on that, because the last time we saw the Guardians was in Thor. So I think we're going to get something there. And they're going to probably bring out Adam Warlock, played by the young man. I can't think of his name, from We Meet the Millers and all that stuff. Really good actor. I'm really excited to see what he can do with that role. But I think Guardians is definitely a given. Ant-Man is definitely another given. It's coming out very early next year. I want to say March of 2023. They actually pushed it up and swapped it out with the Marvel. So I definitely think we're going to get some information there. And Kang, Jonathan Major comes out there. I want him to give us a taste of what we can expect with Kang. And I do want to see some Kang footage because, again, I don't know if y'all know, I like Ant-Man. I'm not over the top about Ant-Man. Like, I think it's so weird that they're going to put Kang in an Ant-Man film because literally I think he would body all of them within 2 seconds. So Ant-Man is going to have to be an Avengers. It's going to have to be what Civil War was to Captain America. Is going to have to. There's going to be some Avengers in Ant-Man because Kang is like, come on, man. He's literally there's no competition. So there's going to have to be some announcements as far as.
I love your facial expressions as you're describing it. You're selling it.
I think we might be going into super theory territory. I think the Fantastic Four might make an appearance in Ant-Man because that's how Kang is that serious. He's up there. I definitely expect some information and some news and some footage on Ant-Man. Wonder Man, again, going back to what I said about the D23 thing. It's been announced as a TV show, so I don't know why they would announce anything here regarding TV show stuff with Wonder Man. But again, I hope Henry Golden's great. I think he's a great actor. I think that's a great place to give us Where's White Vision. Again, comic book related. Wonder Man, Vision, his persona, his mind was actually, they put his mind into, Vision at a point in time. So I think it'll be great for those two characters to interweave with one another if this is to be true, because it is rumor right now as far as his Wonder Man stuff and the announcement. So I think D23 Wonder Man announcements. The other stuff that you mentioned here, Daredevil, again, another TV show. Right. Don't know if they'll give us anything there. The Issa Gonzalez as Elektra. That's interesting. I like Issa. She's very beautiful, very talented individual. I like the young lady that played her before in the Daredevil show, so I'm kind of upset that they're not going to bring her back if this rumor is to be true. But again, D23, I think, is more of that Daredevil stuff. And I think we might get Daredevil and She-Hulk in this August. So definitely expect more of Charlie Cox in that show. And then the last big thing.
Charles Xavier, Giancarlo Esposito, bro. Oh, Elliot.
Listen,
Oh, Elliot.
Carlos is he's a gem, man. Anything he puts his stamp on, it just, whether it's the Breaking Bads, the Better Call Sauls, the Mandalorians of the world, the Boys. He is in the Boys. Another reason to watch it, B, when you get a chance. The man's great, and I've been following him since his days with Spike Lee, and just seeing where he's at now is just phenomenal. So if they announce that's a game changer for sure.
Man, would you be happy with that though?
100%, man.
Okay.
It will be very interesting. And my whole thing is, again, this whole, where have the X-Men been? Ant-Man might have given us the reason why they were stuck in the quantum realm in one of those cities and whatnot. So it'll be really interesting to see how they explain what the X-Men have been doing all this time, and if they've already been established, or if we're going to see a number of humble beginnings.
I heard your theory too.
Oh, on the X-Men thing,
yeah,
the 97.
The 97. That's the universe, and they're going to bring it over.
Yes, it's not a coincidence that and Doctor Strange 2, they played that when Charles came out, and then they did something recently that came out. They do something similar to that. So that would, I think there might be a little bit of something there, but I would love that. And then to the other theory, or not theory, but the announcement of Glenn Powell, that would be great, because I thought that guy, that young man, I saw him in some other projects prior to his great Hangman and the Maverick, Top Gun Maverick. He was great in that, but he's been in what did I see him in? It was a show on Fox. I'm a big horror fan. It was called Scream Queens, and he was a character in that show, and he was just he was electric. Like, he was a really great character in that show. And then I saw him. It was like a Netflix rom-com film that I saw him in. Oh man, Tay Diggs was in it. You got to pull up here. Yeah, the Setup, I think, was the name of it. He was in that. So I think the man set it up. Yeah, I think he would be great as Scott Summers, Cyclops. He would be really great, or he would be great as Mr. Johnny Storm, as far as in the Fantastic Four. So I think he's a rising star, and I think Marvel definitely wants to lock him in to some franchise.
Scott Summers or Captain America, hand-to-hand fight? Who you got?
A hand-to-hand fight between Cyclops and Cap.
I'm gonna go Cap, but I still want to see it.
I'll go Cap. Yeah. I'll go Cap on that. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. Hey, can we get that on? What's that YouTube show?
I can't. Golly, I can't remember. Death Battle.
Death Battle. I would love to see that, but I got Cap too, because he can do it all day.
I got you. Now, just real quick, again, you just want to geek out. If Giancarlo Esposito was Magneto, would Xavier?
Or Xavier? They say Magneto or Xavier?
No. If he was Magneto, but if he was, just having fun speculating here.
Sure.
If Esposito was cast as Magneto, a black man, would Xavier need to be black too? For their relationship, because what it's based on. And two, because they would have to be able to, I would say it would be necessary, because they would have to be able to relate. I mean, if he was a white man, like, he wouldn't be able to, empathize with them.
Right.
Yeah,
the whole, because again, these characters are based on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Right. And while the original Magneto was, dealing with Nazi Germany, right. Of course, this would be, the Civil Rights era. Yeah. Emmett Till, that time. Yeah. And all that. And would you even be cool with them? You're changing the backstory, but not really. It's a lot.
Because I mean, that is, to your point, B. I mean, that's a huge part of Magneto's backstory, is that him dealing with Nazis and coming from that time and that era. It's very pivotal to the character. And I don't know. I think some people would, and I think there's I'm always open to different stories, stuff like that. But I would be on board. I can understand why people would be upset if they do change it, because it's so integral to his backstory. So that's tough, man. And again, we know we got the multiverse. There could be another Magneto that went through those situations. But yeah, man, it's really interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what they do with whatever, because Carlos was rumored to be Doom for a long point in time. People want the fan cast him as Doom. I think people just want to see him in the MCU, regardless of who he plays. But very interesting stuff you bring up to the table, man. I think it would be, if we're going with this, I would want to see Charles be black. To just kind of make it make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Before we move on, I just got a couple of super chats real quick. We got AMBW channel $5. I'll be honest, fellas. I'm worried. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I'll be honest, fellas. I'm worried about Blade. Judging from how far MCU failed with Phase 4, I'm not sure if they still got it. Your thoughts? I ain't mad at you, AMBW. I ain't mad at you. Because Blade, you're gonna have to kind of stretch the envelope a little bit to give fans what they want.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know, man. They may try to, hold them back. But at the same time, I will say, while I don't like Chapek, one good idea he did implement is the parental controls on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think right now, though, AMBW, that the powers that be at Marvel are hearing the fans and they're hearing the frustration. And I think by the time this movie comes out, they'll be like, okay, we kind of slacking here. We got to change it up because they haven't started filming this yet. And so, and with Comic-Con coming next week, they're gonna feel a lot of energy and enthusiasm or lack thereof for these upcoming projects. So this may kind of set a fire under their ass to get their stuff together. Elliot, what you think?
Well, I mean, going back to when Blade was announced, man, correct me if I'm wrong, B, I don't think Bob Chapek was in control then. I think Iger was still in the helm, and I think that was part of the package, or maybe the appeal to bring Mahershala Ali into the role was like, we need to go to these levels to this character. And again, Mahershala Ali, he's at the point in his career where he don't need Marvel, right? He doesn't need like, oh, I need this role to make my career. He got Academy Awards in his house, so he doesn't need this role. So I think part of the appeal for Mahershala was to really go to those depths. And from what I'm hearing about what they're doing with Deadpool, the writers came out the other day. Hey, they said Disney is allowing us to do our thing. They already Bob Chip, well, it wasn't Bob, but Kevin Feige and the people that be at Marvel said Deadpool will be rated R. They haven't said anything about PG-13 with Blade. I'm not saying it won't, but it probably will be PG-13 because he is more integral to the MCU, more so than Deadpool would be. But I think based on what I've seen with Doctor Strange 2, based on the stuff we saw kind of getting deeper into the psyche of these characters of Moon Knight, you can, as absurd as it may be, you can still make a good, violent Blade movie PG-13, because I've seen some PG-13s that could have been rated R, but they were PG-13. So there's a lot of wiggle room to get to those levels. It won't be, Wesley Snipes when he's getting shot at. Those levels of Blade, but you can do PG-13 and make it mature and violent without blood and guts. And we are talking vampires, so there has to be some blood, more than just some blood, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Because again, I don't think Mahershala Ali would attach his name to it if they're going to F it up. That's true.
So much has changed, and he may be able to wiggle out of his contract. Who knows if he wanted to. But AMBW channel, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. And I got one more super sticker from Terria Von Trail for $9.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so, those are all the super chats.
By the way, be super random. Where have vampires been in the MCU this whole time?
Man,
that's gonna be another thing. Like, where you tell me vampires been running around the Marvel Cinematic Universe and not one person has come across a vampire? It's a lot of explaining to do.
Look, I think they know that. I think because spoiler for the post-credit scene in Multiverse of Madness, but since they caused an incursion, and then with the Loki show, the timeline is jacked up. I think they're gonna be combining some timelines and some multiverse universes, and it's gonna reset some things and combine some things. And I think we're kind of getting to a soft reboot in the MCU, which not a full reboot, but just. I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have. I mean,
so much.
There's no way around it. I don't understand. I do not. When we get to X-Men, I do not want to lose decades of history. I don't want to do that because X-Men are much bigger than the Avengers. And like you said, vampires been around for hundreds or 1,000 years. Dracula, he's been around for a minute. So they're gonna have to. So yeah. So actually, the Loki Tom stuff may have to deal with the vampires and stuff way back then, and also
Daywalker.
And they're gonna have to do something with Moon, the gods, and they messing up. It's the sky's the limit. So, but they're gonna have to. It's gonna be like a little soft reboot.
Yeah.
They about to ruin Blade. No.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not too.
Yeah.
I hope not too. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you let us know what you think about this San Diego Comic-Con leak. If you think there is any validity to it, if Deadpool is going to show up, of course we're going to get. I think yes, we're in the 70%, a definite 100% on Black Panther. Maybe not on Secret Invasion. We may have to wait till D23 on that. I think we're definitely going to get Blade and Miss Marvel's at San Diego Comic-Con. I hope not, and definitely not on the World War Hulk 3 or the World War Hulk.
Yeah.
And I think we're all in agreement with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep.
This may wait until D23, that Wonder Man. So is Daredevil. And this is a stretch. The Magneto and the Charles Xavier.
There's going to be some bomb. Some bomb is going to be nuked at whether it's X-Men, Terrigen, as he just said, as Wolverine. They put the logo of Fantastic Four. Are they going to announce the cast?
I think they are. Elliot. I think they are. We're going to get some. We're going to get either casting or director or both.
Is John Krasinski still Reed Richards, or you think that the whole what they said a couple months ago, and then we're going to have a new Reed Richards?
I think he is going to be cast. Okay. I think so. I don't think they would just do that
for the fan service or
just one time. I don't know. I could be wrong. Because apparently they were supposed to have Tom Cruise in there too, but things didn't work out. So I don't know. But you guys, let us know what you think down below in the comment section, whether you're watching it via live or on the replay, because we would love to hear all of your thoughts
next week, B.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. And
are you going to cover? What's your plan?
I'm probably going to be reacting to all the trailers, and I'm probably going to just jump on and do a live and just talk about it that Saturday. Because at first I thought it was on Sunday, but I was like, no, it's on Saturday. So I'm most likely going to hop on and I'm definitely going to be talking about Black Panther regardless.
Oh, that's tough. Man,
I'm gonna be all over it. I'll be all over that. So everybody's welcome to come and chit chat, and I don't know. We all may do a live at the same time and watch each other. Share the screen. that would be funny.
Yeah,
that would be funny. And I see that I got one more super chat from Travis Looney. Happy birthday! Have a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I thank you so much, Travis Looney, for the birthday gift. I really do appreciate it. Your boy gonna be 38 on Tuesday, So yes. And so we got 157 people watching. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up as you head out. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you so much. That is going to wrap it up for the Movie News Roundup show number 69.